Bottom of the first from EQT Park in Washington, Pennsylvania. I'm Tim Calder. We're glad to have you alongside. If you'd like to join the broadcast, you know I'd love to hear from you. On X, it's at TC Popcorn. Go ahead and zap me a note. You can send me a DM if you'd like. Or just straight up tag me. Derek Salata to work. First pitch to the leadoff man, Sammy Infante, bounded to the left side and handled by Anthony Calarco, who throws over to first. One pitch and one out. Both teams opting for the aggressive nature here early, as both leadoff hitters decided to go after the first pitch. At TC Popcorn, the handle on X. Go ahead and hit the follow button while you're there as well. Tommy Caulfield steps in with one down, and there's nothing affair. Caulfield at 262 with a home run and 5 driven in. Derek Salata throws. And the first pitch is upstairs, ball 1. Salata's 6th start of the season, 2-2, 5.25 ERA. He had a stint on the injured list, and when he returned from the injured list, boy, did he get better. The 1-0 pitch spots the outside corner. 1-1 the count. .29 or 24 innings, during which there have been 29 hits allowed, as the pitch is downstairs. The 2-1 pitch finds the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Salata's very much a guy who pitches to contact. He's walked 11 and struck out 19. Caulfield, a left-handed hitter. Awaiting the 2-2 pitch from the righty as Salata throws. And this one is lined softly to center. Soika coming in, head first dive, going to make the catch. It's past him and rolling all the way to the wall. This is going to be trouble. Caulfield's around second, heading for third, and he will be held there. Andrew Soika had nobody behind him. With a head first dive to try to make the catch, the ball bounced away as he couldn't stop it, and Tommy Caulfield registers his first 3-bagger of the season, as the Wild Things have the very first run of the evening, standing 90 feet away. Tyreek Reed steps in. He's been amongst the league leaders in runs batted in all year. And Jamie Bennett, sensing the importance of early action, has brought his infield in. First pitch from Salata. Down and away, ball 1. 265, 5 home runs, 27 driven in for Tyreek Reed. Salata ready at the waist. And the 1-0. High fly ball, right side of the infield. Kyle Fitzgerald will drift over into foul territory and make the catch, 2 away. Derek Salata, 6'3", 230 from Westchester, Illinois. '25-year-old right-hander in his first year as a pro out of Illinois State University. Andrew Check steps in with a runner at third and 2 gone in this scoreless affair. The Boomers shift as they have all week against the left-handed hitter. And Salata's first pitch drops down, ball 1. Alec Craig, the shortstop, has shifted over to where the second baseman Christian Fedko would usually be. Christian Fedko is in short right field, and the outfield is pitched to the pull side against the lefty as well. Here's the 1-0 to the plate. Check with a busted back floater into left field. That's going to fall for a hit. Crossing the plate is Tommy Caulfield, and Washington has the lead. Andrew Check drives in his 26th run of the season, and Washington is in front by the score of 1-0 here in inning number 1. Derek Salata had a streak of 16 2/3 innings without allowing a run come to a close in his final inning of his last start. And now he has surrendered a first inning tally. From the waist to the plate, first delivery drifts outside to Wagner Lagrange. Ball one. Aaron Simmons in left, Andrew Soika in center, Banks Tolley in right. As Lagrange turns on the 1-0 delivery, but hooks it well foul in the left field corner. Anthony Calarco at third, Alec Craig the shortstop, Christian Fedko manning second, Kyle Fitzgerald at first. And the pitcher-catcher battery of Derek Salata on the mound, and Sam Kaczynski behind the plates. 2 outs, runner at first, 1-0 Washington in the first. The 1-1 to Lagrange. He will take a strike at the bottom of the zone. Wagner Lagrange hits .296, 3 homers, 14 driven in. Righty against the righty Salata. The 1-2 plate work. Breaking ball in. Derek Salata throws a 4-seamer, a cutter, a curveball, a sweeper, and a changeup. As the 2-2 is lashed into the right field corner, this is hooking foul. A break for the Boomers because that was pretty well hit. Velocity for Salata will sit around 88. It can touch into the low 90s. It's pretty much a 1-2 combo between his 4-seamer and the curveball. About 65% of the time he'll throw those 2 pitches. As the 2-2 is waved at and missed, strike 3. Salata registers his first strikeout to retire the side, but Washington takes the lead on the RBI single from Andrew Chat. We go to this. Bottom of the second, Washington with a 1-0 lead on the scoreboard. Derek Salata back to work. Jeff LeCory leading off for Washington, taking the first delivery. A fastball inside and low, ball 1. LeCory at .287 with 4 home runs and 20 RBIs. Here comes the 1-0. Rip and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Salata sets and throws. 1-1 is fouled back. 1-2 on LeCory, a left-handed hitter, one of 3 lefties in the lineup for Washington against Salata. As I mentioned, pitched against Jordan D. Valerio in his last appearance here in Pennsylvania last week. The 1-2 fouled away. On May 31st, in the opener of a doubleheader, Salata threw 6 shutout innings. Walked 2, struck out 4. Boomers won that game 6-0. Last appearance for Salata, he had another strong showing. Left with the lead, but Boomers ended up falling in the contest as the 1-2 pitch is a changeup, swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Derek Salata. And Ethan Wilder steps to the plate. Wilder 7th in the league in average, hitting .351. No homers, 15 driven in as he takes the first pitch, a curveball that falls in, strike 1. Salata readies, his 0-1 to the plates. Swing and a miss. On a slider, 0-2. Salata averaging 19 pitches per inning. Coming off of an outing where he threw 106 pitches, his highest total of the year. His 0-2 to the plate. Fastball away. Ethan Wilder was in the leadoff spot yesterday. He's hitting 7th tonight. 7th is where he hit on Tuesday in the series opener. Washington with an early 1-0 advantage on this Thursday evening. 1-2 pitch from Salata. Swing and a miss at the curveball, strike 3. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Derek Salata, all of the swinging variety. He's at his best. That curveball is lethal. Caden Morton steps in. Morton, the center fielder. He bats .220 with a home run and 5 knocked in. Anthony Calarco even with the bag defensively at third. First pitch to Morton, swing and a miss, and a fastball in, 0-1. Boomers are 3-2 against Washington this season. Wild Things will be back in Schaumburg in about 2 weeks. The final series of the year between these ball clubs as the curve misses low. Another curveball. And this one is outside. 2-1. 2 outs, bases clear. Second inning. Washington with the early 1-0 advantage. 2-1 to Morton. Inside with the fastball. Morton at .220 on the season with a home run and 5 driven in. Outfield deep, but straight away. 3-1 pitch to Morton. Fouled back. The count is full. Washington has faced Derek Salata, as I mentioned. They're trying to make him work. Salata about to unload his 30th pitch of the ball game here in the second. And here it is. Low ball 4. That one did not miss by much. Stan Kaczynski held it there for an eternity, but there was no flinch from Zach Burr, our home plate umpire. So 2-out base runner for Washington. Zach Burr, the home plate umpire. Gary Glover at first. Kelly Dine over at third. Jomar Hernandez to the plate. First appearance of the week for him. As the first pitch is over the inside corner, strike 1. Willie Estrada caught the first 2 games of this series. Salata out of the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. Down. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner takes off as the 1-1 pitch is lashed foul in the right field corner. Hernandez hits .255. No home runs and 2 driven in for Washington. As The homestanding Wild Things hold an early 1-0 advantage. A lot of trying to keep it at a 1-run deficit. His 1-2 pitch. Off the hands, rolled to short. Alec Craig with time. He's going to throw to first for the out. And the side is retired. To the third we move on this Thursday evening. Washington with a 1-0 lead. You're locked into Schaumburg Boomers baseball. Washington with a 1-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the third. Sammy Infante leading off, showing bunt, pulling back and taking the first delivery downstairs. Ball 1. Infante led off the game by grounding out to third base. Derek Salata sets from the waist, kicks and deals. And this is a little bit high. 2-0. Rough couple of first starts for Salata. Then, as I mentioned, he spent some time on the injured list and has come off totally different pitcher. The 2-0. Outside and low. One of the things Jamie Bennett told me is that they've worked on changing the position of Salata on the rubber. And that's been a big help. Salata was drafted by the A's in 2023, but did not sign out of Illinois State, where he was the Friday starter. As the 3-0 pitch. Commands that inside corner. We're in the bottom of the third. Washington's first inning run is held up to this point. As the 3-1 pitch, line to center, Andrew Soika will wait for it to arrive, flips over the glove and makes the basket catch for out number 1. Tommy Caulfield steps in. There's Caulfield, whose triple set the stage for the first run of inning number 1 and the only run on the board in the game. Caulfield, the left-handed hitter. Salata's first pitch. A rip and a miss, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch over that outside corner. 1-1 the count. The 0-2 to the plate. A little bit up. Caulfield's triple was his first of the year. The 1-2 slow curveball falls in, strike 3. Zach Burr punches out Caulfield. Strikeout number 4 in the game for Derek Salata. Allowed only one base runner after the RBI single from Andrew Check in the first, which was a busted bat RBI single. Tyreek Reed steps in. He fouled to first in his only AB. Washington with the 1-0 lead. Both teams owning 2 hits. Salata deals. First pitch is up high, ball 1. The 1-0. Nicks the outside corner. 1-1 pitch, hit pretty well to center field. Soika racing back, turning around, looking up. That ball is out of here. Tyreek Reed connects on his 6th home run to extend the lead as Washington now finds themselves ahead by the score of 2-0. That's the first home run surrendered by Salata this season. Andrew Check to the plate, takes the first pitch, outside corner, strike one. 2-0 Washington now after the Tyreek Reed home run. The 0-1. Downstairs, even in the count. So 1-1 to the plate, on the ground into the shift. Alec Craig will allow Christian Fedko to handle in short right field. Throws a little bit offline, but Kyle Fitzgerald was able to extend and keep his foot on the bag. So Washington extends the lead on the home run by Tyreek Reed. We work our way into the 4th inning. Washington with a 2-0 edge. This is Schaumburg Boomers baseball. Boomers coming up with a run in the top half of the 4th. It scored on the double play after Christian Fedko doubled and Anthony Calarco singled to open it. Andrew Soika doubled later in the frame but was left at second base as the Boomers stranded the tying run. Washington with a 2-1 advantage. They're in the bottom of the 4th. Wagner Lagrange steps in. First pitch from Derek Salata. Fastball inside corner. 0-1. We're working our way through what happened in Frontier League yesterday. Told you about Florence with their 19-7 win over Windy City. The 0-1 pitch, line foul into the right field corner. 0-2 on Lagrange. He struck out swinging against Derek Salata back in the first. 4 strikeouts for Salata. The 0-2, chopped to first, handled behind the bag by Fitzgerald. He's going to feed Salata covering for the out. As the leadoff man retired. Sussex County scored 7 unanswered runs in the 6th inning to come from behind and toppled the New York Boulders 7-3. Joliet walked it off against Mississippi yesterday. 3-2 the final there. First pitch swinging Jeff LaCory, bounced up the middle, backhanded by Christian Fedko in short right field, and he'll throw to first. 2 up, 2 down rather rapidly here in the 4th. Well, that takes us to what's happening around the league tonight. Ethan Wilder stepping in. Tri-City and Gateway are tied at 3. That's in the bottom half of the 6th. Up in the capital region of New York State. First pitch to Wilder is down low. Gateway scored 3 runs in the top of the 1st, but Tri-City has come all the way back to tie it. 1-0 to Wilder. Inside. New Jersey shutting out Trois-Rivières by the score of 2-0. That ball game is in the 6th inning. Here comes the 2-0. And it was in for a strike, 2-1. Boomers will face Mississippi next. Lead Monsters had a very long drive from Joliet to Schaumburg, about 40 minutes. They will be settled well before the Boomers return. 2-1. Low ball 3. Lawrence, who has scored 40 runs in their first 2 against Windy City, they're leading 6-2 in the 4th. 3-1 from Salata. Low to Wilder, ball 4. 2-out walk issue. That is the second walk for Derek Salata. Washington has had runners on base in each of their first 4 trips to the plate against Salata. Down east, looking to salvage a game at Brockton there in the 4th inning. The Bird Dogs leading 5-4. Ottawa and Quebec scoreless. That's at Stade Canock in the top half of the 5th inning. First pitch to Caden Morton, swung on and missed, 0-1. Morton walked in his first plate appearance. 2-1 Washington, bottom of the 4th. It's a lot of sets. His 0-1 pitch. Inside corner, 0-2. A couple ball games in the 4th. Sussex County leading New York 4-2 or 2-0 in New Jersey. Evansville on top of Lake Erie, rubber match out in Ohio. 2-1 to score there, also in the 4th. That's what's happening around the league tonight. Here comes the 0-2. Hit high in the air towards right. Going back on a Tolly. That's over his head and off the wall. Was it off the wall and then out of play, or is it a home run? It looked to me as though it hit one of the signs. And it got stuck behind a Wild Things banner. So they are going to rule it as a double, which is a huge break for the Boomers, because Ethan Wilder has to go back to 3rd. Everybody going back to their positions. How it hit the wall and got lodged behind the banner, I don't know. But it ends up being a break for the Boomers. Runners now at 2nd and 3rd with 2 away. That's the 4th Washington hit. Got 3 extra base hits. A double, a triple, a home run, and a single. They've hit for the cycle as a team. Jomar Hernandez attacks the first pitch. Skies one to foul ground, first base side. Kyle Fitzgerald stumbles in the bullpen. Did he make the catch? He did. Kyle Fitzgerald scaled the bullpen mound, slipped, but was able to make the adventurous catch and retire the side as Washington leaves a pair of runners in scoring position. We are bound for the 5th tonight. The score, Washington 2, Schaumburg 1. You're locked into Schaumburg Boomers baseball. Halfway home in the rubber matchup on this Thursday night in Pennsylvania. The homestanding Washington Wild Things leading the Boomers by the score of 2-1. Schaumburg owning the hit column. Boomers with 1 run on 5 hits. But Washington with runs in the 1st and the 3rd, holding on to that 1-run advantage. Semi Infante will lead off here in the bottom half of the 5th against Derek Salata, whose first pitch falls in for strike 1. Infante 0 for 2 against Salata. 65 pitches for Salata to this juncture. He kicks and deals as the 0-1 is bounded to short. Charging out at Alec Craig. He'll accept shoulder high. High throw to first, but Kyle Fitzgerald goes up and gets it and tags the shoulder of Infante as he passes for out number 1. You make the call from the book. You're the umpire. Mind-boggling questions to test your baseball knowledge by Wayne Stewart. Roy Oswald is working out of the stretch with the runner at first. While peering in to get the sign, he drops the baseball as the home plate umpire. What, if anything, do you call? First pitch is a check swing and a called strike on Tommy Caulfield, 0-1. Give you the answer in a minute. It's exactly what I was thinking, so perhaps I know this obscure rule. Here's the 0-1. Caulfield lines one the other way to left and deep. Simmons going back. He'll turn around, look up, and that's out of here. Caulfield with a triple and a home run in the ball game. 2 homers for Washington tonight, as the Wild Things once again make it a 2-run ball game. Caulfield on the opposite field home run turns it into a 3-1 edge. Our Washington friend chose Tommy Caulfield, so good for you. The 5th hit for the Wild Things. Tyreek Reed set for the plate. Salata ready at the waist. His first pitch to Reed. High fly into the right field corner. Tolley scampering left. Will not have an opportunity at this one. Pitch downstairs. Evening the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tyreek Reed with a home run in the 3rd for Washington. 1 out here in the 5th. The 1-1 pitch down low from Salata. Reed waiting for the 2-1 from Salata, which is on the way. And bounded foul up the first base side on the curveball. 2-2. The answer to our "you make the call" is pretty simple. It says once the ball is dropped with the runner on base, it's a ball. Had nobody been on base, the rule is this: if the ball fell and rolled across the foul line, it counts as a pitch, an automatic ball. But if it doesn't cross either foul line, it's no pitch. 2-2. Foul back. So you can literally, with nobody on base, drop the ball and nothing's going to happen. But if you drop it and it rolls past the foul line, then it's an automatic ball. There you go. You make the call today. 2-2 pitch, fouled away again by Reed, who is proving to be a thorn in the side of Derek Salata here, not just in the 5th inning, but throughout the course of the evening as well. Boomers trailing 3-1. Salata with the 2-2, and his curve is fouled away to the right side. The 2-2 hit pretty well to right center field. That ball is deep. Going back on it is Andrew Soika. He'll make the catch in the alley to retire Tyreek Reed, who just missed hitting back-to-back home runs, which would have been his 2nd of the night. And there are 2 out of the inning. Andrew Check steps in, 1 for 2. First pitch over the outside corner, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, lifted into shallow right. Banks Tolley will come on and call off Christian Fedko to make the catch and retire the side, but not before Tommy Caulfield's opposite field home run extends the lead. Washington back in front by 2 as we move to the 6th. The score is 3-1. This is Schaumburg Boomers baseball. Washington Wild Things, they lead 3-1. 2 homers and a triple. Tyreek Reed is homered, Tommy Caulfield is homered, and also tripled for Washington. We head into the bottom half of inning number 6, with the Wild Things leading 3-1. Ryder LaGrange will lead off. He is 0 for 2 against Derek Salata. And Salata kicks and fires. His first pitch is up high, 1-0. Got a Frontier League story for you from this pack of Colonel's cards, 2022 Topps Archives. Pulled to Don Mattingly. The 1-0. Knocked to center. Stoika eyes on it, takes a couple of steps back, drifts over to his left, and handles out number 1 here in the bottom half of the 6th. Do you know where Don Mattingly is from? It's a Frontier League city. I just want to pose this question to you. Is Don Mattingly a Hall of Famer? Career batting average of over 300, over 400 doubles, 200 homers, over 1,000 career runs batted in. Over 2,100 career hits. Jeff LeCourrier swings through the first pitch, 0-1. Certainly in the Hall of Very Good. I gotta believe the Veterans Committee might consider him when the time comes. Here's the 0-1 to the plates. Outside to LeCourrier, even in the count. Don Mattingly is from Evansville, Indiana. You know that? Brewers have already made their lone visit to Evansville this year. Here comes the 1-1. And softly hit up the middle. Alec Craig behind second base will throw over to first for the out. That's actually not Alec Craig at shortstop anymore. That's Will Prater. I'm not sure if something happened to Craig during his last plate appearance or what. Will Prater is handling shortstop currently. 2 outs in the inning. Ethan Wilder to the plate. First pitch to him, a called strike, 0-1. We got a National League Rookie of the Year in 2021, Jonathan India, from the Reds. Led the Reds in steals in the National League and hit by pitches. The 0-1 pitch in the air to right, well hit but playable for Banks Tolley, who will make the catch. 3 more cards. Let me just quickly run through them. Greg Deichmann with the Cubs, Akil Baddoo with the Tigers, and swinging Pete Alonso, the polar bear, for the Mets. There you have it. Topps 2022 Archives. The old school cards. Boomers are down 3-1 as we progress to the 7th on this Thursday. You're locked into Schaumburg Boomers Baseball.